Hello and welcome back to AI Cave. As I told you in my Crisis video, I want to try to do something different on my channel. So here it is. Let's call it an experiment. This is my review of Call of Duty Black Ops 4. Please watch the entire video and let me know in the comments below what you think I should do differently and where I can improve. Oh, and thank you for all the warm comments and support. And now let's get into the review. Black Ops 4 is 100% the result of a poll, a survey, one which Activision has been secretly conducting among fans of the series for the last few years. It is because of this very nature of the game that wall running and double jumping, for example, have been removed. The reviews of World War II prove that returning to a boots-on-the-ground style of gameplay is much more enticing than jetpacking abilities. By the same token, the World War II setting in 2017 did not work well either, so the series flew back to the future. Same with the single-player campaign, by the way, which was removed for the very same reason. Nobody really played it. Recent beta tests and reactions further showed the developers that removing this feature created no displeasure, but the catch is, not everyone noticed this was missing. I will talk about this in another video. For the most part, you can forget that the beta testing even happened at all. The release of the game is only a few months away, and the thought of any serious changes or reworks to the gameplay being made to the game at this point is laughable. Since they've begun to carry out such tests, I've not missed a single one, and I am happy to report that for the most part, the game given is just about ready. They can always reduce the damage on the machine guns and increase the reload time of some semi-auto weapons, but these changes are trivial and are usually fixed in patches, not during the tests. Betas are usually run to debug the network code, and so far this has been something that every Call of Duty game has struggled with during these tests, sometimes even the first few days after release. So the changes, if any are made, will be connected to game balance, something Treyarch is looking very seriously at this time. It's as if they are trying to make Call of Duty Black Ops 4 an ultimate hardcore esports title, something that of course no one asked for. The most striking gameplay change is that first aid kits are endless but with a cooldown. This also means that health does not regenerate itself, and after each encounter with an enemy, if you manage to survive, you need not only to change the clip but also inject a syringe. Not only that, but the latter is more important than the first. This dramatically affects the gameplay. Longer times to kill create rooms for tactics and strategy, which fit well in other games, but have little place in a traditional Call of Duty. This is a series that was never about planned engagements or any drastic changes during combat encounters. Attacking to take away half an enemy's health, then flanking from the other side to finish, is not the kind of gameplay Call of Duty fans are looking for, but one that they will have to learn to like if they are to enjoy this year's release. The combat isn't the only thing affected by the new medical kits, however. When combined with the lack of jetpacks, the lack of automatic HP recovery causes Black Ops 4 to sometimes sag noticeably. Let me explain. So you appear at the respawn point and out of habit start to run forward, but meet an enemy and fire at him, then retreat back to receive medical treatment. This seems like a reasonable thing to do when you're hurt, run away from combat, right? Except it's not, because you die anyway, shot in the back by the player that spawned after you. Huh, I guess in a way everything is as it was before. This seems to contradict the gameplay encouraged by the long times to kill, as it limits your use of tactics anyway. As a result, the gameplay doesn't get deeper, it's still a short race to the finish, but now Treyarch adds extra hurdles for players to stumble over. This is, for obvious reasons, almost unnoticeable in the new modes, where it is necessary to hold 2 territories or the bomb. But deathmatch is just not fun anymore. Meanwhile, it's important for Call of Duty to be just that, fun to play. On top of that, the developers of Black Ops 4 also reduced the use of grenades for the sake of balance. Grenades? That means you will not be allowed to take multiple frag grenades after reaching level 5 when you unlock the ability to create a class. Instead, you may have to choose a character with that special ability, for example with Battery's Cluster Grenade, or grind for a long time while you unlock the Molotov Cocktail, frag, or flash grenades. Class configuration is still a pick 10 system. You get 10 slots per class where you can put anything you want. A rifle and lots of attachments and 3 perks, or an empty gun and 6 passive abilities. Everything else is the same as before, except, for the first time since Modern Warfare 3, shotguns, hooray, are transferred back to the secondary weapons. Hello to fast classes with submachine guns, shotguns, and perks granting complete invisibility from everything that flies and hurts characters from the air. Speaking of characters, everyone has an ability with a small cooldown and an ultimate that you need to score points for by killing, helping allies, and so on. The first ability is usually something not very serious, like a cluster grenade, claymore, or ammo box. But the second is where the fun begins. The fun which is so lacking in Black Ops 4, yet also the same fun which breaks all the esports balance. Ruin can still jump into a crowd of enemies and smash them all with a crushing wave from the landing. Torque and Ajax use powerful shields which cannot be shot through, and RECON wears special glasses that highlight all enemies in red silhouettes for both himself and his allies. Yes, it's a legitimate wall hack. The ultimate abilities can be activated once or twice per match, which just so happens to be enough to ruin the balance of the game, but also not quite enough for any serious fun. In general, Black Ops 4 looks like a low-key version of Black Ops 3, with classic gameplay, a tactical approach to combat, and reworked character abilities. But to me it feels like the third Black Ops does not need this low-key version. The game from 2015 is still great compared to Black Ops 4. It looks more appealing to the average COD fan than ever before. That being said, the fourth one still has two advantages in the forms of the Battle Royale and Zombies modes, the latter of which Treyarch historically does an amazing job on. Thank you for watching. I really hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, let me know by pressing that like button. If not, at least let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Other than that, don't forget to subscribe and check out some of our other videos. Until next time.